amigos, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I feel like I'm on a bit of a wonk today. Let me see if I can make this a little bit better. I hope that you are all having an awesome day. I can't believe it's 3 o'clock here. I have no idea what I have been up to all day, but there you go. Sometimes we have days like that, don't we? I can see we're already joined by a couple of people at least, or more than that. So make sure you introduce yourself if you haven't already, and let me know what you're going to be working on during these sprints. Shadow's Lair is here saying good morning. Hiya. Aramis is saying good morning to Shadow, as he's known here. And says, hi, Emma, so glad you're sprinting. It's been a struggle, so I'm glad to have your sprints to keep me on track. Oh, that's annoying. Is it because you're writing a new book, aren't you? You were planning it a few days ago, so I want more details. What's the problem? Paige is here as well. Hello and happy Thursday. Hi, Paige. And Daisy by Design says, hello, happy Thursday. Happy Thursday indeed. And Laura Chapman says, hello, everyone. I'm outlining a short story and aiming to get some words written too. That is awesome. Laura, what genre do you write? I'm not sure if you've been to these sprints before. Forgive me if you have, and I'm just being useless. I feel it's one of those days. Shadow's Lair says 9 a.m. and starting my writing class. Kids ate breakfast. Awesome. Yeah, so if you haven't been here before, my name is Emma Bennet. I write romance and the occasional children's picture book. I do roughly 3 hours of sprinting. We used to do 20-minute sprints, but I feel we're moving on to 25. But if people would rather go back to 20, that's absolutely fine. Just let me know in the chat. But I was going to go with 25 minutes. I was actually finding that working a little bit better. And I found quite a pretty one, actually. I've been using the timers by H.K. Darkwoods. She did say that I could. If you haven't checked out her channel, and in particular her writing sprints, make sure that you do. It's really, really great. Laura Chapman says, I'm a first timer to your sprints. Oh, we love first timers. I write contemporary romance under a couple of pen names. Awesome. Do you also have a YouTube channel? I'll probably check you out during the first sprint anyway, get the lowdown. Brilliant. And Paige is saying, I'm trying to finish my non-fiction today. Oh, what's it on? 7K is to go. So, of course, I'm procrastinating by making stickers. Nice. Yesterday was the day that I said I was really going to settle down into work and really write lots. Oh, my kitchen has never looked cleaner. Let me tell you, it's spotless. It's beautiful. Everything was taken down the shelves. All the recipe books were wiped over, even oh, it's looking beautiful. Isn't it fantastic when you have work to do, the things that you can achieve that aren't that work? Okay, so if everybody is happy with a 25-minute timer, I will get that sorted. Yeah, so we're a really supportive bunch here. We love to hear what everybody's up to and what word counts you've managed to achieve and stuff like that. So just make sure that you share all that in the chat. Aramis is saying, yes, it's the short story. I feel like I've been rushing the story, probably because I feel like I've got too much story to stuff into 20K words, which is the limit for shorts. Could you make it a longer one, maybe? And Aramis says, it might push into novella territory. I probably shouldn't stress about this, but I do, and it's been hampering my writing. If I was you, I would get the story down as you want to write it and with what you think the story needs, and then see how long it is and what you want to do with it. I've written a couple of novellas and they're actually doing really well on Kindle Unlimited. Now they're self-published by me, and now that a lot of my other books are with a publisher, but there's kind of it's feeding down to the novellas, and they're getting quite a lot of reads. So novellas can do quite well, but yeah, so that would be my advice anyway. Okay, so see this pretty timer, isn't it gorgeous? All right, let's do our first 25 minutes and then we will chat a little bit more. So we're going to be sprinting in 3, 2, 1, let's write. I really like the I knew you could do it at the end of that timer. I didn't know that was there. That's so cute. How did you do? How was that first sprint? I typically use the first sprint to kind of like center myself, get myself ready for work. I sorted out like a little to-do list of things that I need to get through. This bit of hair is really annoying me. I might have to redo that in a minute. Got together like my notebook, getting open my files, had a couple of emails that I needed to send as well. I got that sorted. Let me know what you're up to. We've had loads of great chats going on as well. I advised Aramis to write his story as he felt it should be, because he was worried it might end up being a bit long and not a short story and more a novella. And then when he's got it all down, he can kind of decide what to do with it then, rather than like stressing about doing it in like a certain way to a certain length if he's not happy with that. Daisy by Design. What did she put? Let me see. Show. I think my computer's a bit unhappy because I'm trying to open up another Word document, and I think Grammarly is slowing things down. But I can't. Ironically, I can't close off Grammarly until the file's open. So, bit of a catch-22. But Daisy was saying, trying to develop my character creation skills as I struggle to make them three-dimensional. Yeah, which can be a real problem. I was saying, though, that I'd been to a talk by the author Julie Cohen, who is an absolutely amazing writing tutor, as well as being a really, really great writer. And what she had loads and loads of good stuff to say about characters. I could have listened to her for hours. It was a shame that it was only like an hour-long talk. But what she was saying is that she assigns a word for each of her main characters. And so that's like their theme. And so everything that they do should encompass that theme. And she finds that that really works. So I probably haven't explained it as well as she does. Like she went into a lot more detail, and she showed examples from her own novels of how this works. But it's quite a good, I don't use it all the time, but I do use it to a certain extent. And she also points out that a really great fictional character is much, much, much more basic than a real person. And if you try to make them too complicated, they actually don't work, is what she reckons. So there we go. We were joined by Betty's Books and Babblings, and she was saying that she is going to be reading during these sprints. Super cool. I love it when people are all like doing different things and working on their own things, or even if they're just joining us while reading Possession by Peter James. And Kat Leo joined us as well, which is lovely. She's getting ready to go to her grandpa's 80th birthday party. So that's really, really cool. And Betty was wishing him a happy birthday, which is so sweet. We're also joined by AB. AB was saying that he's going to be working on one of two picture books ideas, but wasn't sure which one. So he let me choose. And I chose one which was one about bedtime anxiety, because I know that there are so many parents looking for books like that for their kids. And it seems like kind of kids, like gentle self-help, I suppose I would call it. It seems really popular at the moment. So if I was you, I would work on that one. But apparently it's the harder one out of the two to choose. So that's quite typical of me. Shadow's Lair finished a video. I'm guessing that's in your writing course. It's like a scientific writing course, isn't it? It sounds really cool. Laura Chapman says, I did a little journaling and had my coffee to get my brain going. Nice. My brain also takes a little while to get going in the morning. Fortunately, our house is quite busy in the morning. So I'm always going like, I'm sorry, have I asked you to do that? I'm sorry, did I already say that to you? What am I doing? So confused. Kat says, my meds have been taken. Working on a to-do list so that I don't forget anything in my packing. Yes, definitely. Lists for packing are absolutely essential. Aramis got 145 words. Awesome. Well done. and says, I installed the Freedom plug on my laptop earlier today to get rid of those pesky distractions. The plugin blocks certain websites, e.g. social media. Hopefully this will help too. Ooh, cool. That's not a bad idea, actually. I might need to look into that. We've also been joined by Joanne, J.O. Lambo. So that's lovely. Hi, Joanne. It's lovely to see you. I hope you're having an awesome day. And Paige says, manuscript open. And all the notes from the middle of the night pasted in and almost done mucking with the stickers for now. I'd love to be able to make stickers. It sounds really fun. Do you use Canva or something? I don't even know how that would work. AB's offering an iced coffee to Laura Chapman, which is very nice, but I noticed that he didn't offer me one, so whatever. And Daisy says, I did a few pages with different character exercises. Oh, awesome. What a fun idea. Cool. Okie dokie. See, lots of nice chatting. I do like all the chats that we have. It's awesome. All right. So let's go and do another 25-minute sprint. I am going to go and get myself another cup of tea, though, and I'm going to sort out this bit of hair because it's just really, really irritating me. So I don't want you guys to have to put up with that for any longer than necessary. Yeah, it's not fair on you. You know, I'm a consummate professional. If anybody's been to these streams before, you know that about me. Right. She says, like, messing up, setting up the timer straight away. Come on, little timer. You know what I want you to do. I want you to go back to the beginning. There we go. There we go. Okay, so we will sprint again in 3, 2, 1. Let's write. How did that one go for you guys? I had to change my plans of what I was going to do because my laptop decided to have a paddy at me opening up my document that I needed, but I do have a book that I need to read to review. So I'm doing some of that for a little while. Hopefully I'll be able to open up the document later. But like I said, I need to read this book anyway in the next week or so. So it's quite a nice thing to do. That is not a problem. So let me know how it went for you and what you guys have been working on. Joanne commented, I think this was actually just before we went into the sprint, asking what everybody's working on, which is cool. I complained that AB didn't offer me an iced coffee and was showing favoritism, but he pointed out that I wouldn't drink it anyway. Yeah, I hate iced coffee. It's the drink of the devil. Joanne says that she's doing pretty well and she's doing business cash flow for Author Business right now. Oh, cool. And Paige, I was asking about the stickers that Paige is making and what she uses to make them. And she says, I use Canva for lots of social media and mock-ups and stuff, but work in Affinity Designer for stickers and book covers. I have Adobe too, but Affinity seems easier. Oh, cool. Very nice. I'm not good with like designing and things. To be honest, I'm amazed that I managed to make a thumbnail. So I'm always very impressed by anybody who can do things like that. Daisy says, I've got to do boring adult things. Ugh, but I love these streams. Devs helping me get some writing down. Oh, brilliant. I'm so glad. Oh, we have been joined by RC. I didn't spot you there. Hi, RC. Normally we have the little purple guy with the horns when you come on. Shadows Les has just ordered a book for my eldest. Nice. Is it one for like schoolwork or just kind of for fun? I love ordering new books. Laura Chapman says, I have my story almost outlined now, just working out a few details. I love outlining. It's so fun coming up with a complete story, isn't it? AB says 710 words. Is that right? Is that right? Or is it 170? Because you've got 710 words. That's insane if you manage to do that in 25 minutes. Going to shift to laundry for a bit. Fantastic. I've finished my laundry for the day, I think. I don't actually need to go and move it around for a change. Usually during the sprints, at least once I have to go and like swap things over. It's a really nice sunny day actually today. So the washing is outside. Shadow says, swept the kitchen, ordered my son a book and retrieved my cat so he didn't bother the pest control man. And now he wants an iced coffee. Aramis says 181 words. After struggling so much earlier, it's finally flowing. Brilliant. Your sprints are magical. Oh, and thanks for the advice. It's calmed my crazy brain. I also get crazy brain. I wish I was as good at giving myself advice as I apparently am to other people. I think actually crazy brain, a lot of women do get it because like we take on so much and we're like, oh, this. And it's not, we're not as good as at compartmentalizing things and kind of forgetting about things for a while we focus on something else. Shadows Les says, Canva is great for design. I still need to complete my kids' reader logs. Oops. Yeah, I like Canva. I'm kind of, yeah, I'm okay with Canva. I can manage to make like thumbnails and put a video together in it, but not much else. I am going to hopefully use it though to design book covers for the couple of books that I helped to self-publish this year because they only need very basic covers. So I'm hoping I can manage that. Shadows Lair says, I ordered History of Hyrule. My son is planning out a series of YouTube videos on Zelda lore. That is so cool. Following in Dad's footsteps. Her pace says laundry. Thank you for the reminder. Yeah, that's normally what happens to me when somebody says laundry. I'm like, oh, I need to, go and swap it over from the into the dryer, whatever. See, you get so much from these sprints. You don't just get the usual stuff, you also get laundry reminders. Sometimes we have like tea recommendations, all kinds of stuff. AB says 170 words. Yeah, I was like 710. That's insane. I know there are people that can write that quickly. It's just kind of knowing you and how you work. I was like, that's crazy. Cool. Okie dokes. Right. Let's go into another sprint. One of my sons needs to talk to me about something. So I will have a little chat with him once I've got the mic turned off. And then I will get back to this book that I'm reading. Quite a pleasant time we're having. Okay. Right. So we will begin sprinting. Are we ready? In 3, 2, 1. Let's sprint. Hiya, how did that one go for you? It's gone okay. It's disappointing not to be able to work on what I wanted to work on today, but I'm trying to make the best of it. I need to write an email to our town council, so I might get on that soon. Basically, I want to set up a little free library in our town, but I need to get their permission to do it. So I was speaking to somebody at the community centre about it, and she said that they've got an old not Wendy House, like, why can't I think of the word? Doll's house. There we go. Doll's house that I could have. And what we're going to do is like take all the stuff out of it so that it's like shelves in there, and get the kids at the community centre to decorate it, and so that it looks like a bookstore, and then hopefully be able to put books in there. But I need for the town council to agree. So yeah. That is what I'm going to probably do next time. Then let me know how you guys are doing. Oh, I also dropped in. There's a couple of other like writers doing sprints this afternoon, so I popped into their sprints to say hi and to hit the like button. Oh, please do make sure that you hit the like button if you haven't had a chance to already. It does make such a difference. Kat Leo said just when we went into that sprint that laundry is started. And she recorded a video, so that's awesome. Very nice. I was very excited because I'd forgotten that we had leftover Welsh cakes from yesterday, which was St. David's Day, and we made 2 lots of Welsh cakes. We made regular Welsh cakes, which have mixed spice and like currants in, but then one of my sons in particular really likes chocolate orange ones. So we had a load of them, and I'd forgotten that there was some left. So that was an exciting discovery. And update on Kat's washing is that it has now been moved to the dryer. So that is good to know. Where are we? So Aramis says, what does that? Oh, come on, Aaron. Come on. 214 words. Awesome. Well done. Really, really cool. I'm sorry, Restream's being a little bit slow showing people's comments. I think it's a little bit tired today, maybe. AD says he loves the idea of the doll. Yeah, I was just speaking. I have sewing class on Thursday mornings, and I was speaking to my sewing teacher about it because she works at like the community centre, to see if she had any ideas of what I could use to actually make the little free library. And she suggested the doll's house, which I thought was so cool. I think, to be honest, our town could really do with something like that as well, because our library, we have a little library, but it's only open 2 days a week, and it's not even at the weekends. So it's really difficult for people. The community centre does have a lot of books for sale, but again, it's not open all the time. It's not open on the weekends. So I just thought it would be a really nice thing to do for our town. So I'm hoping that the town council agrees to it. And Aramis also really likes the idea, so that's cool. Yeah, I think, yeah, there aren't really little free libraries around here very much. I get very jealous when I see YouTube videos of like booktubers in particular, like going to loads and loads of little free libraries during the day, because I never have that opportunity. But yeah, so there we go. If you don't have something, then try to get it for yourself. That's my philosophy, and I do have some nice books that I can donate to it. So that would be really good. Yeah, so let's see how we do. So we have been going for over an hour and a half now. That's super cool. So we should still have time for like 3 more sprints if we keep with the 25-minute ones. If anybody would like to swap to a 20-minute timer, do let me know. I'm not stuck on 25 minutes at all. I just found that it worked quite well for me, but I'm more than happy to change back if other people would like. So yeah, so in the next sprint, I'm going to heat up my tea here. I've got 2 cups of tea with bits that are cold in the bottom, so I'll heat that up, and then I think I'm going to do that email so that it can be discussed with the town council when they have their next meeting. Yeah, and also, yeah, I'm working my way through reading this book that I'm reviewing. It's to do with a tag that I've set up with another author tuber called Fiona Howell. And basically what we're doing is when you're tagged, you swap a book that you've written with another author tuber's book, and then you especially if it's like a different genre, that's what we were really going for, because she writes kind of like gothic-y feel horror, and obviously I write contemporary romance, so we thought it would be really fun to swap and to read something that we wouldn't normally that we don't write, but we might not even read, especially, and to see what we think about that genre. And then we came up with like 10 questions that we could go through, and that should be really good fun, but I just need to finish the book now. Part of the problem is that it's an ebook, and I really don't enjoy reading ebooks because I like a physical book. So I'm more than happy to read it as an ebook. It's not a big deal, but I do it on my laptop, so there's not as much opportunity for me to read it, because typically I like to read in bed with a physical book. But anyway, right, so let us get started on another 25 minutes. I'm going to have a pee and heat up my tea. So I will see you soon. We will sprint in 3, 2, 1. Hello, hello. How did that go? The noise in the background is just Paris speaking to me and telling me his stories. So don't worry, he's fine. He just is a very vocal dog and has a lot to say much of the time. Yeah, so let me know how that went for you, what you got up to. We've been joined by Rachel D. Adams, who's also doing a sprint at the moment. I popped the link to that in the chat earlier on. And she was saying that there's loads of people who stream on Thursday. So she was thinking of changing. I guess there are quite a lot of us doing these. So Kat Leo, she actually organizes like a Google Doc, which has got the times for everybody's sprints. I'm probably driving her bonkers at the moment because I'm changing mine around all the time. So I'm very sorry. I do try to put them a little bit in advance for people. I know next week, for example, I am still doing sprints on Thursday, but I'm going to be doing them at 8 p.m. GMT because I'm going to be joined by Margaret Pinnard, which is going to be lovely. But because of where she lives, she can't join me at the usual time because it's just way too early for her. So let me see. I was thanking Kat for doing it. But she says, on that note, I won't be able to really update the spreadsheet this weekend as I'll be without my laptop and with family. I plan to do a thorough update today. I can't add streams from phone. Oh, bless you. I'm sure that everybody understands if there are some that you can't do. She said, Jules said she will try and do extra updates. Do I know Jules? Who's Jules? Since I won't be able to do so, I can change tab color and delete tabs. Of course, it takes a few seconds and can do from phone. Fair enough. Yeah, and Rachel's saying how much we appreciate her as well. Aramis did a really, really good sprint that time, 280 words. I'm enjoying my blanket, by the way, in these blanket sprints. It smells really nice because I washed it yesterday because it smelled a little bit doggy. Yeah, it's really nice. I got quite cold sitting here, not moving around enough, and it's very comforting. I'm really enjoying my blanket today. Has anybody else got blankets today? And Shadows Lair says that he watched part of his video, and I saw that you had done a community post saying that you have had 30,000 views on your video. So that is absolutely brilliant. Well done and congratulations. Oh, Jules is dawdling writer. Cool. I know the dawdling writer, but I didn't actually know what her name was. I do try to drop into her sprints when I can, but they're never at a time when I can stay and properly kind of take part. I just kind of go and make sure that I boot the like button and try to leave it on for her watch hours. And Aramis says, yeah, I've got one. It's blue as well, actually. Yay, we match. I'm so happy. Is it light blue as well? Is it dark blue? This is a nice one. This is from IKEA, and it's like it's cotton or something, but it's bizarrely warm, even though it's like got millions of holes in it. Shadow's Lair saying thanks. Yeah, absolutely brilliant news. Cool. Okie dokes. Can you hear the dogs like banging their food bowls around in the background? My eldest has just given them their food. There probably will be a bit of coming and going because it's kayaking night tonight. So one boy has already gone to an early session of kayaking, which he helps teach at, and then the other three are going to be going off in a little while to the later session that they go to. They all really love their kayaking. It's good fun. Okie dokie. Let's get into another lovely. Aramis says light blue, shade darker than mine. Nice. I like to know that we match. I wouldn't like to clash with you. Would not be good. Right, so let me just sort this timer out and bring it back to the beginning. It's not going to let me do it again, is it? Why am I with technology. Why have I been this cursed? Oh, there we go. Okie doke. So we will sprint in 3, 2, 1. Let's write. There we go. How did you do? How was that for you? I think we might just finish off with a 20-minute one, actually, because otherwise I'll be running over quite a bit. Let's have a look and see, though, what everybody's been up to. Yeah, let me know how that went for you, what you're working on, and especially if you've come in recently and we haven't heard from you. It's lovely to see who's here. I put a link up because our Miss Jordan has got a new romance out on Saturday, so 2 days time, and it's available to pre-order. So I popped a link up for that in case anyone would like to go and check it out. Apparently it's rather steamy. And I also stuck a link because Kat Leo has just got a new video out on her channel all about Kindle Vila. So I thought that might be of interest. I'm so sad that Vila hasn't come to the UK yet. It's too rubbish. It really, really is. They need to get that act together. And what else? Kat says that she got my laundry. Also, thanks for showing my video. No problem at all. Our Miss managed 281 words. Brilliant. Well done. And is saying thanks to me. That is no problem at all. I'm always happy to share stuff. And if anybody wants to share anything, if you can't, just let me know and I'll give you a spanner so that you can be a moderator and then you can share links and stuff. Yes, thank you. I'm being shown a note by a son leaving for kayaking regarding keys. I should also point out that he's forgotten to take money with him to pay for kayaking, actually, but never mind. AB is saying congrats to Aramis, which is really nice. I love it when we're all kind to each other. And Aramis says, off the chart steam is my speciality. Nice. Nice. I could never write anything steamy because I'd be too worried about my mum and my mother-in-law reading it. It always has to be suitable for them. And Aramis is saying thanks to AB. So that's cool. How are the pre-orders going? Aramis, are you all set for Saturday? Have you got anything special that you're going to do? I think release days can always be a little bit funny, can't they? I don't know, like not that much actually happens. You know, it's not like in the old days where, you know, you'd have like a big publication party or something like that, especially if it's like an ebook that's being launched. But I always try to make sure that we're going to have like a special celebratory dinner. At least there's normally cake involved in any celebration in my life. Oh, Aramis says that's why I keep my pen name super secret. Oh, fantastic. I've got a friend who writes historical romance. She writes Viking books, but she also writes very naughty books, and she will not tell me her pen name, and it's driving me insane. And I keep trying to guess it and trying to trick her into telling me what it is, but yeah, I don't know. Oh, I love the mystery. That's fantastic. It's brilliant. Okay, let's see what we've got going on here. Okay, so we were doing a 25 minute. I'd quite like to finish with a 20-minute one, though, to be honest, because I want to get started cooking supper so that when my boys get back from their kayaking, we don't have to wait too long until we can eat. We're having some pork and apple burgers tonight. They are so yummy, and I make like apple sauce to go with them. Really, really, really nice. Right, okay, there we go. I've gone to HK Darkwoods, and well, I'm sure you can see that. And I found a 20-minute one. I hope that that's okay with everybody. It's super cute. Aramis says, oh yeah, I totally agree. I'll do a little release party on my Facebook reader group. Cool, you have a Facebook reader group. Man, you're like a celebrity. Oh, it started already. I didn't want it to start. Okay, don't anyone panic. Oh, it hasn't started. It's just in a funny place. Oh, Lordy. One of those days. I'm not normally great with technology as it is, but it appears today I'm completely failing, doesn't it? Right. Okay. Okay. That looks like it should be starting from the beginning in a minute when I start it. Cool. Okay. Right. We're all sorted. Right. So stop trying to start before I'm ready, you stupid thing. So annoying. I shouldn't even let you do that. No, we are starting from 20. Okay. You're going back and starting from 20. Okay. There we go. Okay. Let's sprint. There we go. That is the end of our final sprint for today. I hope that it went well for you. I think I've got about 40 more pages of the book I'm reading to go through. So hopefully I will finish that tonight. Where had we got to? Yeah, let me know how that final one went for you. Betty was saying, we were having a nice little chat actually. Is there anything nicer than having a read while you also kind of chat with someone who also loves books? Says, I'm back and I've gotten a lot of work done outside and got to 43% of my audiobook, which is called Work for It by Talia Hibbert, and loving it so far. So yeah, Talia Hibbert wrote the Brown Sisters books, which I've heard really good stuff about, and I've got one of those on my TBR, I was saying. And Betty's just added like a million books to her TBR. And she said, I'm going to ration them up since I have a lot of other books I want to get to first. Firstly, I'm focusing on my physical TBR to shuffle my books on my shelves. Then I want to get new ones in. And I was saying that I adore book lover problems like that and how stressful it can be. Like, oh, I've got to get through all this. Oh. She said she didn't buy any books last year, which is amazing. And I have books from 2016 on my shelves. I attempted a no-buy like a couple of months, but I actually bought a book without realizing. I'm just so used to buying books that I just went and bought it, and I got home and I was like, oh yeah. And I pointed out that I have untouched books from when I worked in a bookstore in 2001. Yeah, so could be worse. Betty says that she has her boyfriend's books. Her boyfriend's books are from 2011. Yeah, I don't have many books, I don't think, that I haven't read from that long, but there are definitely a couple. The bookshop that I worked for closed down, so they sold off a load of the stock for like 50p for paperback or something crazy. So I did buy quite a few books. And one of them was actually Jonathan Strange and Mr. Noel, which I only got round to reading last year. AB says 190 words and finished a very messy draft. Well done. That's awesome. Hopefully I can work on it more tomorrow. Brilliant. Our Mrs. messages are not showing up on my restream for some reason. It's okay. So I can see it when I go into like the YouTube on my phone. I can see it. He said, got 186 words, around 1,300 words for this stream. That is brilliant. Well done. Super cool. Brilliant. Just checking that I haven't missed anybody else's. No, cool. Okay, brilliant. Yeah, I've got everybody's things. Right, I am going to go and cook some delicious supper for all my boys now. I will be back tomorrow for more streams at the same time, 3 p.m. GMT, another 3-hour lot of streams. So hopefully I can catch up with at least some of you then as well. That would be really, really lovely. Betty says, I'm bad with Hungarian authors' books because I feel guilty giving them below average rating. Oh, I used to actually run a book review website called Bookworm Inc. And I really loved doing it, but I stopped because when I actually became an author, I didn't feel that it was fair for me to be reviewing books unless I really like them. So now if I talk about a book on my channel, it's because I really, really like it. And if there's a book that I didn't enjoy, I just won't mention it at all. Whereas I was kind of obliged to write the reviews for my book review site, like when I was sent them by publishers and things like that. And I just didn't feel comfortable with, I'd never write a really negative review anyway, but even one that isn't very good, I just don't feel comfortable with that now. Anyway, so Shadow is saying, thank you. Betty saying, have a lovely dinner. I hope I will. I will catch some of you guys again very soon. Have an awesome